my big frozen head off my big screen so I can focus on you guys.
Hey there, Power Ranger fans. Welcome to an awesome interview, and it is entitled Soaring Eagle, because we are joined by Taylor Earhart herself, Allison Kipperman. Say hi, Allison.
Hello!
Yay! And we have Amanda. She will be reading the comments, guys, so keep an eye on that. If you have questions, send them in the comments. So
You didn't say anything.
Yep. Just ask questions. She'll answer, and we got questions for you too, Allison.
Super.
First off, how are you doing?
I am fine, thank you. I'm so sorry that technology hasn't been our friend for the past half hour, but
Yeah.
I'm glad it's working now.
Yes, a lot of my friends were like this, where's the interview? What's going on? What's going on? I'm like, we're trying to figure it out, everybody. We're trying to figure it out. I wouldn't go live.
She's a flake.
Oh, dude, a lot of people, you never know with people these days, because it's like this, well, who is this person? Is that the real person? It's like, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Noticed. Okay. So.
Where's your head? I can't see your head.
That's weird. Oh, Amanda?
Yeah, I'm hiding.
I can't see either one of your faces. I'm looking at myself here, which,
That's weird.
Most actors like, but.
Maybe it's because he's close to the screen. That's why. I'm just hiding.
I'm just seeing his tonsils then, right? That's why the screen's black.
I don't know. It's probably because of the connection, but it's okay. We can still see you.
No, it's lame. I'm just a little nervous to come up.
No.
Yeah,
Bye, man.
Okay, that's weird. I don't understand why the comments are disabled. A lot of people are now saying that the comments are disabled. They shouldn't be.
Just by the way, technology. Oh, there she is. I see your pretty face. Okay, she's not hiding now. Computers don't like me, by the way, so this might just be all my zhuzh.
It happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us, Allison. We have 2 viewers, but I don't understand why we're not getting any. Amanda, make sure you keep an eye on the comments. For some reason, they're saying it stays disabled, which I don't understand why it should be that.
Nobody's listening to us.
Yeah, they are. Actually, there's 2 views right now. 2 views.
Yeah, no. That's not the thing. Nate sometimes doesn't know how to work technology himself.
True. I'll give you that much right now. All right. Now, before we get to you guys' questions, guys, if you're watching this right now, please just send your questions into the event page, and we'll read them off there. That'll be better, because for some reason the comments are disabled. I do not know why, but I'd rather not I don't want to mess with them right now. So just let's just do what we can do right now. So here we go. Let me go for our first question for you, Allison. Here we go. For Wild Force, what was the audition process like for you when you auditioned for the part?
Long, tedious, annoying. My neighbor has their gardener here. Can you hear that? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry.
It's okay.
Should I close the window? Here, wait. I'm going to close the window.
Okay.
Alrighty. Oh, there's your head. Fabulous. Now I no longer see myself. Awesomeness.
Love our interviews.
Okay. This is much nicer because now I feel like we're having a conversation instead of staring at a weird frozen pose of my head.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on?
Okay, sorry. Okay.
So anyway,
I will get back to the question.
Okay.
Sorry?
The audition process, what was that like?
Yes. My agent called, and I went numerous times. There was dialogue. It was sides, and that's the dialogue that they give us. It was 2 pages. It was very, very simple. It wasn't challenging. It was just okay, whatever, I'll go in and I'll read this. I went so many times to read for what I thought was a part, not for a Power Ranger, but was, my agent told me was for Princess Shayla.
Oh, so you read for Princess Shayla.
You've never heard that? Yeah, so that's what we thought I was reading for. So But every time they had me go up there, now I grew up in Los Feliz. The show shot in Valencia, so that's 35 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So 70 miles round trip. Well, once you've made this trip many times, and each time they had me read the same 2 pages of dialogue, basically, literally the same 2 pages, and they put me on tape every time. So I thought, these people are so rude, they keep losing the tape. You know, like, why do I keep going in and, like, doing the same thing for the same people over and over again? And then finally, I think probably the sixth time, and I'm not exaggerating, I went up there and I told my agent, I'm like, this is the last time. This is ridiculous. Like, they obviously just keep forgetting me, because that does happen where they'll, like, see thousands of people and they'll call you back and it's like, hello, I already read for this. That's the business. I finally, the last time, and I waited for like hours to go in. There were so many different people there, and I was just really annoyed. I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I waiting around for? They're never going to cast me. And then they finally called me in, and I walked into this little tiny room, and it was packed full of, I guess, I thought all the producers and everybody, and I just like went in and I just like read the lines just like blah 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 blah, you know, like just like not, you know, just I probably gave it more intensity than I should have.
Right.
And the next day I called my agent, or no, I think she called me, and I was at the Glendale Galleria. And I said, I'm sorry, I will never read for this show ever again. They're never going to cast me. I don't know why they keep bringing me in. I, like, look older than all these other kids there. She's like, well, Allie, you got the part. You're going to be a Power Ranger. And I was just like, no way! I'm like, me, a Power Ranger? And I was like, okay.
That is pretty incredible. Now, did they, I mean, now the other casting sides, I mean, this is part of the same question. Did they have, you know, the characters' names that were going to be the official names for the show? Or was it?
No, we were reading old sides from old seasons. And I still have them somewhere, actually.
Oh.
I kept them because since I went there so many times, I had so many freaking copies of the dialogue. I finally kept it, you know. Kept 2 or 3 copies, so I'll have to bring them to some con so you guys can see.
Nice.
What they had is all reading. They literally had guys, girls, everybody reading the same sides. It was just so weird.
That is awesome. Now, if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I'm checking on my Facebook messages, because I'm trying to tell people, you know, send it through the events on here, because for some reason our comments are disabled on our YouTube. I don't know why. Which
I just thought that you were bored. So
no, sorry. I'm
glad
sorry
that you told me.
I'm sorry. It's just I'm doing 2 things. I'm trying to look at the events to see. It's like this. Like, oh my god.
I apologize for Nate.
And I gotta look at the questions.
Multitasking.
Oh yeah, multitasking is not my forte. But also, I want to give a shout out. I think you did a text interview with this guy. His name is Jay. He's from Morphin Legacy, and he's from The Grid. So I want to give a big shout out to Jay from The Grid and Morphin Legacy.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Jay.
Hello.
Hi, Heather. No, I like making little jokes with him about that. He knows what I mean. But he
some inside stuff that we don't know about.
Inside jokes, inside stuff. You know, in the crowd. You know. But anyway, so here's our next question I have. Well, actually, Amanda, do you have any questions for her?
I have more of a comment. My favorite Zords were actually the Bear Zords.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Actually, Power Rangers helped me to like understand animals. I started studying them because I thought I wanted to be a marine biologist. But as soon as I saw the math in my high school class, kibosh.
Forget it.
But no, I actually still like know a lot about animals, and partially it's because of Wild Force.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Jay just sent me a Facebook message saying, "Hi!" Exclamation point! Hi!
And Matt Boston says to Nate, "I apologize on Nate's behalf too."
Oh, geez. Thanks, Matt. That's our other admin on the page. This happens a lot on my show, but hey, you know what? It's fun. Whatever. Okay, now my next question. Yep. My next question is, did you have any idea that your season was the 10th anniversary of Power Rangers?
I think more than that, we understood that we had come in during a switchover.
Right, so, that's right. Because that was after Time Force, actually.
Yeah.
And but you guys had no idea that this was your 10th, the 10th season. Did you know the number by?
I think we understood that, but I think because we didn't understand just the size of Power Rangers and just how big it was, because so most of you guys, you watched us and you were kids, right? I see all the comments that make me feel really old. Oh, you're part of my childhood. I'm like, okay, that's wonderful.
Thanks. I feel old. I gotta look at the wrinkles.
Thank you. But for us, so Power Rangers started when I was 14. So for me, I didn't know all that much about it. My sister's kids were younger, but they grew up in Sweden, so I didn't really have any young kids around me who told me about the Power Rangers. I think we were so overwhelmed when we started that we didn't even really comprehend what we signed up for and what the Power Rangers really were, because we were older, we were in our 20s.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this series has been on for like 22 years now. It's still going on, and since Saban bought it back, they continued doing the series. So I wanted to also show you this. They came in this mega box set, Wild Force.
Yeah, I have the box set too.
Oh wow, that's a nice cover.
Yes, it's yellow, and I think it represents.
Yep.
Does that helmet look familiar?
A leader.
I love that. I love that. That was my favorite line. It's like you can do whatever you want, leader. Like, man, Taylor's got some sass to her.
Yeah, that was the second episode, and then following the third episode, which was Click Click Zoom, Cole had a problem with the rule book.
Oh yeah.
Well, we didn't even understand the whole Red Ranger thing, which seems like really lame right now that I'm saying this, but we didn't understand, what that meant to be the Red Ranger. I mean, we totally get it now, but Koichi, who was our amazing director, we had actually about 3 or 4 directors, but he was our main one. You guys, I'm sure, all know who he is.
Oh yeah.
When they cast me, they loved my strength, and they really, really wanted to create that kind of thing between Taylor and Cole and her resentment, and she'd been the leader. But I think that Taylor and Cole shared it pretty well, and she let him do his thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She did. Well, the thing is, because your character came from the Air Force. You were your character was in the Air Force, and you were a lieutenant, Taylor Earhart. I'm looking at this booklet that came with the mega set too. So, and
that's the best part. That's the best part.
And what they did was, they wanted to make you seem like the leader before the Red Ranger came in, because at the beginning, the first episode, Jessica Ray, Alyssa, says, we need a Red Ranger. And they're like, calm down, guys. I think we're fine just the way we are. It's like, no, no. I take over. No, we don't need a Red. Nope. Just the 4 of us is good. We can take care of this.
But the team was not complete.
Exactly. And now this is not my questions, but I have to ask this. How did it feel when you got to punch him in the gut?
I was just about to ask that.
Well, Ricardo told me to actually punch him. The last time I punched somebody was my friend Ahmad Jackson in line for pizza when we were about 10. and it was not intentional. But I mean, that's like I'm not a violent person, so I felt kind of bad that he, you know, he was like, Allison, punch me, you know, or just really punch me, because he was very much like, he was very method. Rick is like he was very method with Cole. It was really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was funny, but it's like, I wonder if she actually did give him a really good gut shot. And it's like, I don't want to have to hurt him, but he said he wanted. All right, but don't blame me. you wanted it.
He did. Yeah, I mean, since they trained us for weeks with fighting and stunts, I knew how to give a proper punch. So,
awesome.
So I had at it.
Oh yeah, that is amazing. That is great.
Did you like that?
It was funny because, I mean, the thing is, in the Sentai version, they did that with the that's where they got. I think that's where they got it from, because the Yellow Ranger in the Sentai version, Gaoranger, it was a boy. It was a male, so he punches the Red Ranger in the gut because, you know, he doesn't, you know, go with them. It's like, sorry, you have to come with us. You have no choice.
Just been drafted.
Yes,
exactly.
The lovely line. Everybody loves the line.
Just been drafted. I mean, they gave me some pretty cool stuff to do before they, you know, changed my hair and my outfit and, you know, softened me up.
And did you actually, speaking of your hair, did you when they did your hair and then they changed it the second half of the season? They let it go down.
I hated my hair. I mean, all of us hated our hair, by the way. They, you know, makeup and hair were the same ladies did both. They hated all of us. I mean, not hated, and I shouldn't say that, but do you see how bad we look? Like, there were days when they would do that cone thing on my head, right? And it would have, like, bumps in it, and it would, like, look messy, and I'd have to go in my room and fix it, and they, like, put, like, brown lipstick and yellow makeup, and, like, Jessica, who's a pretty girl, they put, like, weird makeup on her, and we were all just like, why are they making us look so sad?
It didn't look that way to me.
Well, but, you know, we just didn't feel, I mean, I shouldn't talk for them, but when they gave us all our haircuts and said, okay, this is going to be your makeup and your hair, we were like, oh boy, I'm going to have to wear this every day for 9 months. Yeah, this is like, not very attractive, but okay.
You're just staying like,
But Jack probably had it easy because didn't he have spike hair?
Yeah, he had it easy. Yeah, he got to keep his own hairdo, but that like Philip had this really cool hair. You know, his hair was quite long. And he loved it. It looked really cool. And then they just like cut it. And he was, I mean, we were all just like, what are they doing to us?
And then Ricardo, he had, I mean, some of that was extensions when he had on, right? When he did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man.
I thought it was real.
Some of it, I mean, some of it was extensions, and then then when they actually did the part where you guys had to clean him up, which was a funny part, by the way.
That was so funny.
Did you guys notice Princess Shayla, how she started off with her wig looking her hair looking one way, and by the end, it, like, did not look the same? Go back and look at, like, the first, you know, quarter of the season, and then at the end.
Oh.
Okay.
They had just basically given up on us by the end. I had to be like, can you please clean my shoes, or can I have them so I can clean them because they're filthy? And they just like...
Oh, yeah.
Because all these people were losing their jobs, right?
Yeah, because this was the this was for the Saban era before they moved into Disney. This was the last time for the series.
Well, shooting here.
Yep.
They were, the last season here. So all these people were losing their jobs. I'm sure they were upset, and I'm sure they were just over it. I mean, it was brutal hours for them. Right. Think of it. If we had to be on set at 5:45 every morning, they had to be there earlier and leave later.
Right. I mean, that It's kind of a crazy thing, you know. I mean, when this is your last thing, and you knowing that. I mean, the thing is, I mean, I saw the little tribute video because it was on YouTube. I saw that somebody put it together, and saying thanks for your support and all that. We appreciate that. And then we had Anne saying, act with a little Southern accent. Well, howdy, y'all. She's so cute. Oh, she's adorable. I mean, I would love to meet her in person. I hope, Anne, if you're watching this, PMC, please come. We'd love to meet you.
Yes. So Anne Marie, I think after last year's one, said that she would come.
Nice. We already had like all six of the Wild Force Rangers at the.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay, I gotta tell you, before we get on to the next question, and guys, if you have questions, please post them on the event. Like I said, Amanda even posted there. Send your questions. Post it there. So
exclamation points.
Yeah, exclamation points. Please send them on the event because for some reason comments disabled. Anyway, I did not recognize Philip Andrew when I first met him.
True.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like this. I'm like, wait, are you Philip Andrew? He's like, yep, that's me, man. I'm like, no way.
Well, because they dyed his hair for this show, and it was long, and
yeah, he had that long. And I was like, and he got rid of his. He had a little bit of a facial hair. He got rid of, but he had to get rid of his goatee, and it was. Yep, there he is, right there. You see it?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yes, I know it well.
Yes. But he was an awesome guy.
He's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah. And I'm glad. I mean, I'm like this, Mike. So you're not really. I mean, I know he doesn't really do social media. He stays off the grid as much as possible. Keeps his life.
Yeah, but he would come out. I think he would probably come out more if there were more opportunities to. But we really, most of our season didn't even know about cons, so we didn't do them.
Oh, right, exactly. I mean, the thing is, a lot. Power Rangers didn't really have a lot of people at like Comic-Con at the time. It wasn't as big to conventions. They never got invited. But once Saban bought back the rights to Power Rangers, then a lot of them started promoting there, and they were being invited and stuff because Nickelodeon was invited. So since it's on Nickelodeon, they said, okay, we're gonna have the Power Rangers come. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Power Morphicon. I don't know if you know this. Originally, the first one, very, very first one, was originally a Make-A-Wish type of thing. It was a Make-A-Wish Foundation type of thing. It was for a fan. Yeah, it was for a fan saying that they wanted a Power Ranger convention as their dying wish, and they put it all together. This lady, I think it was a lady that did it, but she put it all together. Only a handful of people knew it because at first, when back in the day, back in 2007 or something like that, around that time. We didn't think it was real. We thought it was just a hoax. We didn't know if we could trust it or not. But only a certain amount of people knew and went. But as it progressed, Scott, I talked to Scott Zollner. You know him. He's the owner of Power Morphicon. He didn't start Power Morphicon until the second one. He told me that she said, well, I'm not really planning to do another one. He's like, well, I'll take it off your hands. I'll go ahead and take over, if you don't mind. And then Scott continued it on from that day, and it's gotten bigger and a lot better ever since then. So that's why. What
was the first year that he took over it?
It was 2010. 2010, and then he did it every other. Yeah, it's been a good amount. I mean, it's still considered the fifth one, but that'll be the fourth one he's put together. So. It's fourth one for me because I never went to the very first one because I didn't know about it until it was too late.
My first one was like 2012.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Amanda, did we get any questions in the events or anything like that?
I got a question from one of my friends in Messenger. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
No, not that. We already said that, Matt. One of my other friends said, was the whole military thing part of like the storyline, or did you like add that to it?
That was the storyline. We showed up each day. we shot what they told us to, and then that night we didn't even really have days to prep. We didn't really know. We're like, okay, because we were often shooting 3 different episodes at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, yes. So we would just show up, and they didn't, when we first started, we didn't talk too much about our characters. We had no say in anything, so we just did whatever, like I've been vocal before about the acting coach that was on the show. She tried to get me and us to do some really stupid stuff, and I was not like, the director would tell me to do one thing, and then she'd come over and be like, I think you should do it like this. I was like, the director said this, so no, sorry,
I can't do that. I am so sorry.
The director's the person in charge, hence his oh my gosh, I have not eaten. His title, director.
Yes, exactly.
Technically, it's actually executive producer.
Producer. Sorry, and director. Go ahead, Amanda.
Yeah.
Never forget it. I'm part of like a film group. We do like short films, and one of the things that my friend who's a director always says, I'm not always the boss. Guess who's always the boss? The executive producers. They could just take me out just like that.
Right.
Well, if Jonathan came down, because that's why I was softened up. It came from up above. It came from Jonathan and them. Koichi, he and I didn't want to change my character. We didn't want to soften me up, but because I'm sure you guys loved that, like, the dynamic, right?
Who doesn't love a badass chick? Come on. She's got to be awesome. Come on. She's got to be cool.
It's like, now I'm waking up and doing my hair.
Yeah, no.
I'm not going to tuck my shirt.
She's going to kick some major butt, okay? If you're a Power Ranger, you got to be tough, all right? You don't want to be like, gonna break a nail, No.
And two resorts were teddy bears.
Yeah, that was Mighty Morphin days, But now we are in Wild. That was Wild Force. Mighty Morphin, totally different. But okay, the next question I have for you: Did you enjoy working with not only your cast members but with the Time Force cast as well?
I think probably the most fun we had was with Time Force, just because it really, it was such a great story that they created for us. And like, when Vernon Wells, when I got to film with him, so you guys are younger than I am, but Did you guys see Weird Science?
Actually,
did you guys see Mad Max 2?
I actually did see Weird Science a long time ago.
Never heard of it.
It was on television.
Are you kidding me, Amanda?
It was on television. I think it was on Sci-Fi or something. I watched the movie.
Like 11 at the time.
It was on.
Watch it now.
Yeah, okay, I think it's on Netflix. Look it up on Netflix. I'm sure it's on there somewhere.
Okay, it's so good. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, because he's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in Mad Max. He did something with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know that. Commando. Yeah. So yeah, that guy.
I was so starstruck. And I don't get starstruck. I grew up here, so I grew up with a lot of famous people. I got my nails done next to Gwen Stefani with Gavin standing right there. I won't tell you what he was doing when he was standing there, but he's a tool. But anyways,
wow.
I should not say that because now it's forever on YouTube, right? But
he's like, hey, I heard what you said. Oh, it's true. True. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Well, it's just his eye was wandering. Even how many years ago was this?
Oh.
And she's beautiful. She's a very special lady, but whatever. He's famous men. That's why I married a drummer. Because guys like male actors, forget about it. But sorry, I totally veered off. What was the question?
It was about. It was about. Did you enjoy working with the time? Not only your cast.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Pardon me. Yeah.
That's
so
okay.
Vernon Wells. So like as soon as it started, I'm like, oh my gosh, Vernon Wells, and then like suddenly like I have this cool car. I get to drive a car. I get to like do all these fun new things. I get to like yell at new rangers. It was fun.
I remember that episode very well. And that's when you should never talk and drive on your phone. That's what got it all started, that episode. I love my new car. It's awesome. Do you know why I pulled you over, man? You know how fast you were going? And then you recognized Dan Southworth's Eric Myers' voice. Like, hey, wait a minute. You're the one that gave me a ticket. He's like this. He's like,
exactly.
He probably had that face like, oh, dear God.
That was actually one of my favorite parts of the two-parter was the whole Eric and Taylor concept of the episode.
Yeah. And
well, I've had people come up to me at cons and be like, I've written a whole story about your love affair with him, and I'm just like, there's no love affair. Like, and there was nothing. I mean, some people are convinced that we like hooked up in real life.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just like, no, and well, we never went out for drinks. We never did anything socially.
No, it's just there is an explanation for that. It's I don't know if you know of this.
Go, Amanda.
Tell us, please.
Fanfiction.net.
Oh dear.
It's basically a website where there's different there's TV shows, movies, books, anything like that. You can actually take your alternate universe, like your creative of writing, because I have a friend who actually does that. He has his own account. He does Disney stories and My Little Ponies and stuff like that. But you always have to say in the disclaimer, I don't own this, the rights belong to this, yada, yada, yada. But basically you get to control the alternate universe, that your point of view, and sometimes the stories are actually pretty good. I've read a lot of stories.
Sure.
But I think that's what they meant by the whole love affairs, is because they wrote fan fictions about the whole Taylor and Eric after what happened in Wild Force.
Yeah, and also, yeah, exactly. The perfect point, because, he was being a little flirty because you were reading a book, and then he decides to tickle you, and he takes the book, and you run after him.
That was my favorite part.
I mean, there was all kinds of, I'm like, hey, can I feel your gun? Can I touch my gun,
It was like subliminal messages right there. What the? This is for kids. What's going on?
Oh, it's so big. It's so impressive. Your gun.
And then you looked at the director, and it's like, you realize this is a kid show, right? You think you better hope the kids don't get this. Like, Mommy, did you hear what she said? Oh,
I didn't understand anything, so now I know.
Somebody said, hi, Allison. Greetings from Mexico. They just posted that on
Hi.
The event. Yep. I do not know
What's
your name.
What's their name?
I'm probably going to butcher your name. I'm sorry. Ariel or something? It's A-R...
Yeah, Arlie. Yeah.
Arlie.
Yeah, she's Soaring Eagle on Instagram.
Awesome.
Hi.
Yeah, I think she's the one who likes my Power Ranger quotes that I do.
Oh, okay. Awesome! Yeah, awesome. She puts some amazing stuff on Instagram. I'm just like, oh my gosh, how'd you find that? That's so cool.
So, and the funny thing is, your team up, I remember this very well. Your team up was actually not even a Sentai series whatsoever. It was original team up on Power Rangers, because in the Sentai series they didn't have a team up with all with the Wild Force and Time Force counterparts.
Really?
In Sentai. So you guys
I did not know that.
Yep, it was really cool how they did that. And I'm like, oh yes, at least we get a team up here. Too bad for the Sentai, but they got their anniversary team up, so that's good. Okay, here.
Yeah, we got no episode. Once we finished shooting, I literally heard nothing about Power Rangers till I looked it up a few years ago and saw some of my fellow Rangers at cons,
right,
talking, and I was like, whoa, what is this? Like, what is this forum, and what's that about?
Yeah.
So
you're friends with Philip, and talking to Jack, like, hey, what's going on? What are these cons I'm hearing about? You got to fill me in. I need to know this stuff. Come on, give me something. Let's go. And I also.
Did you know who found me? Who got me back into this Power Ranger family and world?
I have no idea who.
No.
Realm.
Oh yeah, he makes all those awesome pictures. Yeah, awesome job, Realm.
Well, Realm.
Nice.
Realm, Realm invited me 2 years. So he invited me to the 2012 one. But at the time, my husband was really hurt and he was in bed for a year.
That's terrible.
So yeah, it was not good. So I mean, he couldn't even get up and make himself food. So the idea of going to something I didn't, and like I've said before, we didn't actually, I didn't think that we had any fans. I just figured we did our season and it was much forgotten. So I thought, I'm not going to leave my husband and then go to something and nobody is going to want to talk to me.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Because a lot of people, literally, I know a lot of people, are kind of hooked on the original, but there are a lot of people that loved every season of Power Rangers, just about. I'm one of them because I didn't have any problem with any seasons. Certain things they could have fixed, that they missed opportunities in certain seasons, but I liked it because they tell different themes to it. I like that, so it doesn't bother me very much.
Switch it up.
Yep, exactly. Amanda, do we have any other questions from the events or anything?
I got one actually.
Go ahead.
What is from all the Zords that you guys actually had, what were your favorite Zords?
We didn't pay much attention to each other's Zords, but you guys will see how much I love my Soaring Eagle Zord because you guys heard that we produced something. 10 of us.
Really?
Really?
You guys know this, right?
Oh, I've heard little snickers here and there, little things. I heard that you guys are working on something. You and all the other female Rangers.
Well, on Monday, you guys are going to know all about it because Allison McInnes and Steven Schuyler and their good friend Alden have been doing all the post. They have been working their buns off. But you're going to see just how much I love my Soaring Eagle Zord. Wait till you see.
I think I know what you mean because I'm actually friends with Allison McInnes too, and she's been posting like behind-the-scenes photos with you and some of the other Rangers.
Yeah.
For some kind of project.
Oh yes, you guys are going to know. They're putting together the sizzle reel for you guys. And I'm so excited we get to finally show you guys what it is, and we worked so hard. And it was actually Realm's idea. I was at a con with Anna Hutchinson and Deb Phillips, who you guys just had on, 2 months ago or something?
Yeah, something like that. It was around that time, sometime, yeah.
Yeah. Very cute. That was so cute. She's so cute. But
yeah, she is.
So we were, we're all 3 Yellow Rangers, and we're sitting there and we're hugging and we're taking some pictures. And Realm's like, you guys should blah 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 blah. I'm not going to say what it is yet. Yeah. And we're like, that would be so much fun. That would be so cool. And it's like that would just blow their minds. She's really funny. And within a month and a half, 2 months, we were shooting. I just said, yeah, okay, so let's do this. And I text Aaron Cahill, and I said, hey, can you meet with me? I want to talk to you about shooting something. And within a month, we had, can I name all the girls who were in it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so it's Allison McInnes and myself. Steven produced it too, but he's not actually in it. And then, of course, the originals. So Karen Ashley, Nakia Burrise, Catherine Sutherland. We have we have Erin. We have Sierra Hanna, Anna Hutchinson, Deborah Stell Phillips, myself. How many is that? I don't think I'm missing anybody. There are 9 of us girls.
Wow.
So basically, it's like all of the girl rangers are coming to fight the male rangers.
Well, there's no fighting involved.
Oh man, there's something for that.
I was just trying to say, like,
wait. I mean, it could happen. Maybe the next one we do.
I don't promote violence.
So talk about Pretty and Powerful. That's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to posting that on LR4 whenever we see it. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Wow.
Thank you. Well, so are we. We had, it was such a bonding experience for all of us, especially because I hadn't met most of these girls, and many of us hadn't met. Some of them are very close friends, but most of us. But guys, what's so cool about it is it's like, I mean, Audrey has to do it next because she was the original, but like, you know, our shoot spans from the beginning to the end, really.
Nice.
Beginning, middle, and end, and that's really what we wanted was, you know, we didn't have room for all the other girls. Of course, it would have been great to use every female who would actually want to do it, but for what you see we've done, there just wasn't conducive for what, 40-some girls or something.
Oh yeah. Jay just sent me a message. I was going to read Matt's, but I was going to be out of context. Sorry, Matt. But Matt did say this is out of context. He did say never forget Wild Force. Can never forget Wild Force. And Jay just said tell her that I can't wait to see this as well.
Good. I'm so glad.
Yes.
We worked really hard on it, guys. Especially Allison. Allison McInnes has put hundreds of hours in, and Steven has worked his butt off. But like and wait till you see her skills. She is such a talented woman. She's a sweetheart, but
she really is.
I just love her. But and she's gorgeous too. I just like sit there and stare at her. I'm like, you're so pretty.
And then she's like, I'll stop. Yeah, just come on.
Yeah, she has no ego. Like
that's great.
She's just like, whatever. She's like, no, this and that. I'm like, oh yeah, me too.
Everybody has had a crush on a lot of the girl rangers, and you can't blame the guys for this, because I mean they are gorgeous. Everyone. Yes, I mean
gorgeous.
I mean they're beautiful. Why not? I mean, you know.
Maybe not in our spandex.
Well, expect some people like girls in spandex. I don't know, but it's funny. It's hilarious. It's hilarious because finding out that actual guys are in the spandex for the guys and the girls.
Tomo, who did most of my stunts, they had a padded bra and I think a padded butt for me. So I mean. Our stunt guys were the hardest working people on set. Like they were such sweet human beings, and they took such good care of us, and they looked after us. But for a man, and he was such a beautiful masculine man, but like for him to be like, oh yes, this is part of my job, and I will put this on because I am playing her. I really respected that.
Yeah, I know. I think Allison mentioned something at a panel once about, you know, a false butt or something like that, and I'm like, oh, what is she talking? And like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, oh, that's right, because the guy and Dan Southworth mentioned that, you know, apparently one of the kids when they were about to meet the Power Rangers.
Oh no.
The actor was like just sitting there, you know, just smoking a cigarette, you know, taking a break, and he saw the kids coming. He's like, oh crap, because he had to get his helmet on. He's like, I didn't do it. The kids, you don't want, I mean, these kids, you know, like, oh my God, what in the world's going on?
Can't be smoking. Well, we had a clause in our contract that we could not smoke in public anywhere.
Exactly.
And I mean, I was stupid and smoked for many years, so that's why my voice is so deep.
Oh, I mean, it's just, I mean, I don't judge people that do that, I mean, they do it because it's a habit, and then, sometimes it's hard to break,
Well,
but, yes, say no to drugs, children.
My father is sick from smoking, so I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I've lost some people from that. My dad's my grandparents on my dad's side, I lost from that, so it wasn't good. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine.
It's not pretty. It's not a pretty way to go, that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. So no smoking, guys.
A public service announcement from LR4.
We have a drug-free life. Ding. Now
we're high on Power Rangers.
Yes, I'll be.
No, actually, here's something funny. Here's something funny that I learned when I saw Amy Jo Johnson. She went to her second con. I live in Rhode Island.
I remember this.
RI Comic-Con. One of the questions was, like, do you remember this certain episode where you saw your Zords being destroyed and you ran? What I heard, I nearly actually dropped to the floor laughing because I had no idea. She said that she didn't remember some of the episodes she filmed because some of them might have been doing a little bit of weed. And everyone just in the room laughed. I almost went on the floor laughing, and I was trying what?
Wow. That's intense.
She doesn't do it anymore. She promises she doesn't do it anymore.
That is funny. Well, that's very honest of her. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, she's saying to the public, people do this. That was a long time ago,
Yeah, but I mean, that's part of being young, and you try different things. I was trying to smoke incense sticks when I was like 12, because it had smoke coming. I mean, you just do dumb stuff.
God. Guys, don't try that at home, okay?
No, don't. It was so stupid.
Okay, let's get on to the next question here. Okay. When you were working on the show, were there any embarrassing or funny moments that you wouldn't mind sharing with us? Whether it be embarrassing or funny.
Yes, and I will tell you, and then I'm going to go get my charger because, and I'd been charging my tablet for 2+ hours, and it only charged halfway, so it's like saying low battery.
Okay.
Well, one thing that was pretty embarrassing. So Anne-Marie, she and I were on location shooting something. We were out in the boondocks somewhere, and it was sort of like a kind of a foresty scene. And they said, okay, start over here. You guys are so just stand there and just wait. And they're setting stuff up, and she and I are standing there talking, whatever. I don't know what we're talking about. And I noticed that we are and she had that beautiful white gown, and it had all these different layers of kind of like a tulle or whatever. We were covered in massive ants, huge ants. We were standing on a fucking, excuse my French, anthill.
That's okay.
Okay?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but
it's okay. It's okay.
And you guys, I had black pants on. So I don't know, so I can see them on her, and I start yelling for help. I'm like, you guys, we're standing on, and, I've got my shoes, and they're in my socks, and they're going up my legs, and they're literally they have crawled up the layers of her dress. Oh my gosh, and I was embarrassed because, bugs don't scare me, I garden, spiders don't scare me, but literally when your body is covered in bugs and you can kind of feel them and all that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't just stand there and start taking my pants off in front of the entire crew. Right? I mean, I could have, but I didn't. That was pretty embarrassing and.
Oh my God!
Please tell me they were fire ants.
Were they regular ants?
they were ants that would bite. So I don't know. I mean, I just remember just like pulling up her, like all the layers of her dress and like trying to get them out, and they were like, calm down. I'm like, you calm down. We're the ones covered in these huge biting ants.
Like, calm down. Stay still. Stay still. No. Here. Get him off. Get him off.
Get a hose.
I'm sorry. If there was I mean, with me and tarantulas, I don't like spiders creep me out. I have a fear of spiders.
Tarantulas, forget it.
Oh, I mean, I swear, if there was something crawling on me, that's when I would say, cut! Get off me! Or snakes. Any type of thing that scares me. Snakes, tarantulas, forget about it. Not touching them.
Forget it.
He actually has pantophobia.
But you know, most people don't want those things crawling on them, really. Yeah. You know.
I mean, if you're doing it in a role and you have to do that, then you're just gonna have to. It's like you're gonna go. I'm getting paid for this. I'm getting paid for this.
Yeah. But I mean, really, they can't have things on you that will bite you and harm you.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Guys, I'm thinking that I should put you down for 1 second and go get my charger, because I would really hate to lose you.
That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, oh my god, forget about tarantulas. I would never let a tarantula on me.
Funny thing, actually, I actually got a hold of baby tarantula one time. This was actually 1 or 2 years ago at RI Comic-Con. This was like some guy who was like selling like different types of pets like towards for kids, and I like saw a baby tarantula, and I was like, I am afraid of spiders, but I go up to him and like do they bite or anything? And what he did was he put the spider on like his daughter's hand, and it was like they're not like harmful or anything. So I was like, okay, give me a try. So they put it on my hand, and I'm like, not that scary. It's kind of cute if I stay still.
Yeah. You know what?
It was very brave of you.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't know if you Austin St. John was at the last Power Morphicon, the original Red Ranger. He told us a story about Walter Jones, and it involved a tarantula because they had to do a scene where there was a tarantula involved, and apparently they were in the meeting groups they were in the meeting and stuff. They were saying, "Oh yeah, no, don't worry, tarantula." He's like, "You're gonna put what on me? Are you smoking something?" And then he's like, "No, they're docile, very docile creatures. They don't harm people. You know, they're very nice. They're very, very calm." And then they say is the only way that they feel threatened if the 2 legs go up. So in the scene where they had to freeze for a second, just for a little bit, there was they had to put a tarantula on Walter Jones' shoulder for that part, and he was supposed to go, Zach, you know, all that stuff in the series. And then he looked over, he was like, oh, and the 2 legs came up. 2 legs came up, and he knows what that means, because if the 2 legs come up, that means it feels threatened and it's going to strike. And he's pretty much Austin St. John saying, he's like, I'm not touching it, I'm not moving. I'm sorry. I would literally leave the set screaming if that happened to me. I'd be going, oh my god, I'm going to die.
Poor thing. So what happened?
They actually, the insect wrangler picked him up like, I'm sorry, I just gave him some crickets. He's like, dude, what the? Why did you do that? I just gave him some crickets earlier. It shouldn't have been like that. I guess he felt threatened by your scream.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Poor tarantula. I mean, human beings, what we do with creatures to...
Yeah.
My mom is amazed that I will hold a snake, actually.
Snakes.
Snakes are, I mean, I've held snakes, and there's nothing wrong with, I mean, and they're very cool and smooth. There's nothing slimy or weird feeling, right?
Yeah, that's what, because I thought they were slimy at first until I felt it, and I was like, no, they're not. They're actually really, really smooth.
Yeah, and they're very chill animals if you handle them weirdly, or you play with them.
Don't use them as a jump. Don't use them as a jump rope. There, that's not the right thing to do with a snake. Because then
they always have them at the autism walks that I go to like show support. And I actually took a picture with it behind my neck, and I was like, it was so cool.
Yeah. Okay, we got a question from our admin from LR4, Matt. He was asking. We didn't hear much about Master Org. I can't remember how do you pronounce his name?
Ilya
Volok. Yep. On the show, how much interaction did they have on? How much reaction did you have on set with his character? And do you have any funny stories, any fun stories about filming with him?
Well, Ilya. So Ilya is a sweet guy. I had Ricardo and Jack and Ilya over for dinner not too long ago.
Nice.
Very sweet guy. And you guys met him at Morphicon, right?
Yeah, I got to say hi to him. I didn't get a chance to get an autograph or a picture with him because of money, so.
I was too nervous to say hi.
Oh. So, it's funny because we had a panel. We never really spoke to him. He's an amazing actor. He's a proper actor, and he was quite method on set. He wasn't what you would call, okay, look, so there are huge movie stars who, when they're, like, as soon as they meet you on set, they're in character, and they are as their character would be to you. They don't sit with you and chit-chat at lunch. For them to stay in character and to have whatever dynamic they want with you when you get on set, for them, they don't want to lose that. And I think that's amazing. But that's pretty much how it went with all of us, and then Ilya. Master Org stayed Master Org, and I think to him, and you guys should actually have him on. He's such an interesting guy.
We will have to get in contact with him.
Yeah, please. I mean, he's such a sweetheart, and I think he did such an amazing job as Master Org. But we didn't have a lot of interaction with him, because I mean, he gave it everything. I mean, he gave it. He really gave it his all. So there's your answer. None. We walked on set, we said hi, and we went.
Now, do you guys remember a guy named Bruno? He actually worked on Wild Force. That's one of the crew members, I think. He does MMPR toys, if that rings a bell. I mean, he's actually been on the set of Wild Force, I think. Bruno.
I knew everyone's name from almost day 2 or 3, because I'm the kind of actor who knows that as actors we're a very small part of a very large puzzle. I don't remember a Bruno.
Let's see. Well, his name was Bernard. I think his full name is Bernard. This is him right here.
Show me.
See if you can see his face. Stupid light brightness. Hold on.
Technology, gotta love it.
Yeah, it's gotta love the technology. This is his him and his girlfriend.
Oh, Bruno, the guy who does the NPR toys.
MMPR toys, yep.
He's really good friends with Christopher Kamen Lee.
I think, wasn't he at Morphicon last year?
Yes, he was. He was.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was like, I mean, you guys, I'm, going from 14 years ago.
Oh, okay, true, very true.
13 years ago.
Yeah, I think
he wasn't on set a lot.
Oh, right. I mean, I know
he wasn't on set every day.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, he did show a clip, a behind-the-scenes look at the episode, the Masters Last Stand, I think it was. We guys would have
intense.
to be. Oh,
that was actually one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, when they poured that slime on you guys, I felt very bad. Guys,
that was Jack. Jack and I were actually reminiscing about that at Kamikaze a few weeks ago.
Oh.
That was probably my my worst 2 days shooting the show, and I'm so glad that it translated so well for you guys. But that was so brutal for us, you guys. We were in a basement in downtown. We were in this really creepy, huge, like
vine type of thing or something.
Weird, and they covered us in this goop. They covered, like, I had to wash my hair like 6 times. It would not come out. And when you've been filming for 12 hours and then get home, like, and you're like sitting there trying to get it all off, and then we were wrapped in this stuff, and we were frozen the entire day. It was freezing cold.
Ugh.
So, I mean, when you see us looking like we're being tortured, I don't know if it was acting.
Not at that point, acting went out the door. If you're getting covered into that stuff, and then it's like freezing, it's like, oh God. Give me a blanket now.
I mean, like in our eyes, and we didn't have towels. We were like trying to go back to our rooms, or like, you know, we had paper towels trying to wipe it off ourselves to put our clothes on. I mean, it was just being a Power Ranger definitely built character.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's like this, like, okay, you gotta give me a towel? No, you just go ahead, just go to your room, and you guys like, oh, come on!
Just figure it out.
You poured this crap on me, and you're not gonna. No.
Yeah, I'd been spoiled, guys. I'd been on, shows for years prior to Power Rangers where I didn't have, I didn't have all the physical stuff and all the other stuff. I just didn't have it. But if I hadn't have done it, like, it built character, and it really, it's pretty cool.
Now, here's another question from me. This is now, did you get to keep anything from your season?
Yes. So, and I actually just saw them because I was in my crawl space underneath the house, which is quite big, actually. I love my chairs. I had my on-set chairs that have
awesome.
Like the kind of Wild Force animal print with my name on them.
Nice.
So I have 2 of those, and I've wanted to bring them to cons because I don't like. Okay, so if you're standing and talking for like 8, 9 hours, sometimes you like to take a break and sit down. But I don't like being at the con and sitting down really low and looking up at people. So I'm like, maybe I should bring my chair so that way I can like take a load off sometimes, and then maybe have you guys take pictures in my chair because the chair is so cool.
Awesome.
I love my chair.
Now, I know a lot of the actors. You had to get fitting for the jackets for those vests. Did you get to keep yours?
We all got to keep ours. Wardrobe liked some of us better than others. So they, I mean, I'm just honest about that. Things probably started going sour when I said, why is my shirt being untucked and all this? And they're like, because you're looking hippie. We have to hide. You guys haven't heard me say that?
I have never heard that.
Never.
That is very. Never heard that one. That is so strange that they I mean, I'm glad you guys got to keep your jackets. I mean, come on, they tailored it on you, and they got you fitted for it, for your own personal jackets and everything. It's like, dude, you can keep it. I mean, I know that because I was when I was at Morphicon, I saw that you got a picture with Jack and Philip. Philip had his Wild Force jacket with him, and so did Andrew. He had his Wild Force jacket, which has. Go ahead.
Ricardo brought his, right? Didn't he bring his?
Yeah. He brought his last year. Yeah. I think. I couldn't find him. I mean, finding certain actors is like, like you have to have like a GPS. Okay, where's this actor? He's over there. Okay. I mean, looking for certain actors, like, okay, where is this person at? Austin St. John wasn't so hard to find. You have to look for the line that was wrapping around other tables.
All you have to do is look, at Kamikaze, he just had a line the entire time. We're like, hey, that's cool.
Like, hey, I was on Power Rangers too. No? Okay.
No, I mean, guys, we're just like, just the fact that people want to come and talk to us, and it doesn't matter if it's 100 or if it's 3 fans, like, just to sort of, to see the show through your eyes makes it that much more special for us.
Oh,
really.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
we were doing a job, right? We were doing a job. We were trying to do the best job we could, but, we didn't grow up watching it.
Exactly.
We were older, right? So.
Yeah. And then the thing is, you guys, I mean, it's an honor to even meet you guys. I mean, that's the thing. You guys come out of your way just to come and see us, and that means a lot to us. And we appreciate everything you guys do for all of us. I mean, seriously, yeah, it might cost money to see you, but you know what? It is worth it in the end because we grew up with the series since, since the beginnings. We are the. I always like to say, and it's my favorite thing to say. We are the veteran fans of Power Rangers. We are the veteran fans, and then we move into the next generation. So we get to share that with the next generation of Power Ranger fans, and it's just an amazing thing because people would remember like who the characters were. And I try not to go up to them and go like, oh my god, it's Alyssa. My name's Jessica. I'm like, okay, Alyssa. No, I don't do that kind of stuff. I recognize them by their actual people's names. Some of them like it. Some of them embrace. Oh yeah, that's me. That's who I played. Yep. But you got, it's just.
We are at a con because you loved that character we played. I have played many different people on, TV and film, but, I'm there knowing that you guys know us as that character, and you love us not as who we are as people, but who we were on the show, and we understand that because we're fans of our own actors and characters. That's why when I saw Vernon, I just see him in Weird Science. That's how I see him.
Yeah.
I just can't get over it.
And I know that you actually worked with a Power Ranger cast member, or an original Power Ranger cast member. I wasn't thinking about bringing this up. Jason David Frank.
Yep, I'm on screen.
We worked together. Yeah, I guess you could call it working.
I just...
That's why I lowered my head a bit.
That just surprises me. When I read that it was, okay, guys, don't kill me like, oh my god, he did not ask her about that. I had to ask, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, MTV's Undressed. What in the world? You don't expect to see a character that you grew up with since you were a kid to end up on a show like that. I'm like,
Yep, that's why
I literally looked that up. That when I found that, I'm like, what is he? I'm like, hold on a second.
It's on. You can go on YouTube and you can see big chunks of it. I mean, we did. He and I shot 60 pages of dialogue, just he and I, and making out. It wasn't just dialogue, as we all know.
Now, when you were doing that show, did you guys, by a chance? I mean, I don't. Was it? It was after. Wasn't it after Wild Force? Because I think
no.
That was like,
No.
Oh, it was before. It was way before Wild Force.
It was only the year before.
Oh wow!
Literally.
By any chance, did you recognize him? About who he was or anything?
No, we were in the makeup chairs, and the person doing my makeup said, "Oh, the guy who's playing your love interest, he's like the most famous guy Power Ranger," and I was like, "Okay."
And then we realized what show you were on, and the thing is, he came back for Forever Red, the anniversary Red Ranger episode. Now, were you on? Now I know that reminds me. Now I know you guys really didn't. They cut out some stuff in there because they couldn't put a lot of stuff in there, like the scene where Lissa and Cole are sparring in the park. And these kids are fighting over which Ranger color is the best. And then, here comes Jack, and Phil's saying, no, the Black Ranger's great. Well, what about the Blue Ranger? He's cool. And she's like, you shouldn't have to worry about any color. And then, Sean Johnson comes in. Now, were you guys still? Yep. I said Sean Johnson.
No, you said Shauna.
I did not say Shauna.
Yes, you did.
You heard wrong. But were you still on the set when Jason David Frank and the rest of the Red Rangers were there?
We barely filmed during that time.
Okay.
We were kicked to the curb, guys, because it was all about the Red Rangers. What's new?
Yeah, I just think to myself, when I go back to that whole that thing on the dress, it would have been funny, like this. Oh, hey, how you been? It's like, and you think to yourself, oh, wait, you were a Power Ranger. Okay.
You guys, I have not seen him since we shot that.
Oh wow.
So I haven't seen him in 15 years.
He actually he does Wizard World.
Yeah, I've heard.
So if you ever get a chance to go to Wizard World, make an appearance there, or if you go there just to go,
Sorry,
it's okay.
Why is my mom calling me? Sorry, I'm just gonna turn this off. Oh, she's picking up something from me. Sorry, wait. Mama, I'm still on. Hi. Oh, okay. Were you waiting for me? I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. It's out there. Okay. Well, can you wait? Okay. Love you. Bye. Sorry, guys. So my grandpa is in the hospital and he's having surgery. He's actually losing his foot, which is really sad.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
Yes, it makes me very sad, and I'm gonna not cry on your show.
Okay.
So she was. I had told her till 5, not realizing that the show was going to be postponed
because of technical difficulties.
Figure it out, and
it wasn't like I said. It wasn't your fault. We had the same thing. We ran behind with Deborah as well because of the we were trying to figure out because we needed to know her profile picture because it's funny. You'd be surprised of how many different people have the same last name, and it's like, oh God.
I know. Well, if I had my maiden name, I don't think there's one other Allison Kipperman. I should probably just stick. But since I have been married, and you guys probably see our funny, huge wedding portrait.
That is so adorable.
So
that is so cute.
We got married in Mexico on the beach, and there were only 25 people there total. So we had this big party here for all of our friends and family who couldn't go. And my mom blew this huge, funny picture. It's like a paper poster thing. And I put it up one day, and my husband came home. He's like, Allie, what did you put on the wall?
Uh-oh.
It's cute. It's like,
it is
don't
cute.
forget, I'm your wife.
By the way, that's your wife right there. You see her?
Yes. This is what I looked like 9+ years ago. Don't ever forget.
You still look great.
Oh, you guys.
You don't look any different from the show. You look amazing.
What do I owe you?
We'll talk.
That's very nice. Thank you for saying that.
Oh, no problem.
Sorry to have picked up my phone. Is that I see that she's been trying to call me because she's been waiting outside and I didn't realize because she was just with him at the hospital and so she was gonna come get me and because I haven't seen him and his surgery's in 2 days, so
okay.
It's important because he is a 95.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's not a good age to have this. But anyways.
Why don't we get ahead and get to this? Let's go ahead.
But I'm having so much fun talking to you. So.
It's no problem. Let's get to the last 2 questions here.
Yeah.
Number 6. What have you been up to these past 13 years since your season has ended?
That's a loaded question.
Yes.
Right after the season, my mom, she and I purchased a Curves franchise. It's a women's gym, and I did I did a few shows, Strong Medicine, The Division. I did 2 pilots. I hosted quite a bit. I hosted an hour-long show on Actors Entertainment. You can Google that, I guess, on actorsentertainment.com. And then I hosted for Actors Reporter, and that's the same people. I was in a band with my husband and our friends. It was a punk band. We got to play, you know, the main stage at House of Blues, and I sang. It was really fun.
Oh, wow. We got to find that song. We got to find her singing voice, man. That's
Well, if you look up Surgeon Marta, surgeon, like a surgeon, M-A-R-T-A, if you Google that, you'll find us. And then I'm actually about to shoot in February now a film called The One-Way Ride with the same writer-director whose film I did in 2008 called Hell Ride. Which was produced by Quentin Tarantino and the Weinsteins.
Yes.
But I'm the lead in this one, and it's an amazing role. I think you guys will either be mortified by it or you will be entertained, because it's pretty out there. But I'm excited to play it.
Awesome. So. And we also know that you're doing. You started a mustard brand. Yeah. Sullivan Farms.
You're so sweet. Thank you. I sold it last year in a few stores and farmers markets, but the bigger stores wanted me to have a different permit. So I just got a different permit, thanks to the help of a lot of fans and friends and family.
Yeah.
And, it's tasty. I'm bringing it to cons. I'm not actually selling it at it. I'll sign it. But I just want, I want people to try it.
That'd be very interesting when people get mustard sign. Like, oh my God, have your mustard sign this for me. It's like, okay, you gonna try it? Yeah, sure, I'll try it too. Oh my God.
I mean,
great. Save the jar. It's autographed too, guys. And also, have you ever thought about going on Shark Tank with that at the time?
You know what, Hen? My friend who has Deaf Man's barbecue sauce, which is growing pretty steadily now. He went on it, but as far as food goes, very few actually make it through to going in front of them.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And also too, I don't want to owe somebody part of something that I've worked so hard
for,
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But thank you for that, because
no problem.
If I had a product that was, cost a lot more to actually, as a startup, I would have gone on that. But yeah, so thank you.
Now, last question before we get this whole thing done. I already did that one. Will you be at PMC 5 next year, Power Morphicon 5?
I hope so. I mean, I am saying yes. I would be so sad to miss it. I think the only way that I would miss it is if I was filming something, but
exactly.
I would do everything in my power to make sure that I went, just because, being asked to be a part of cons and meeting the fans and making friends with all these other Rangers from past and present has enriched my life so much. I just feel so blessed to, because they're really good people. Like, most of the Rangers I've met are like people I want to be friends with. They're like really good people. So I hope so I can meet more of them and meet more of the fans, because it's so much fun. It's like I have all these new friends.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Like I said before, we're blessed just to get to know you guys. We haven't. Not just being fans. We actually. I keep in touch. I keep in touch with Audrey Dubois, Sandy
She's such a sweetheart.
Oh, she is really, really sweet. Sandy Silner. She's from. She played Alpha. She was in the suit of Alpha 5. She was a suit actress.
Oh, okay.
From the 2nd to the 3rd season. She is really awesome. I help her with her. I'm one of her admins on her Facebook page. Guys, go check her page out. And also, very quick, have you ever thought about making your own fan page up? by any chance, so fans can check that out?
My Facebook page, the Allison Sullivan one, or no, I think it's Allison. Did I change it yet to Allison? This just shows you, like, that I probably need help. No. I do have a Facebook page that's me, that I talk to fans on, that I was just talking to you on
just
2 hours ago.
Like, if you wanted to, like, connect with more fans than through your personal Facebook page, would you ever consider, like, doing a fan page? Kind of like, because J.C. Frank has something like that, and you can
just seems so impersonal, isn't it?
Not really. I mean, the thing is, Deborah, she talks to a lot of her fans through her Facebook fan page, too. And a lot of them,
What's the point having a fan page or just having my page I talk to fans on?
I mean, it just depends. I mean, if you rather like to keep, because you don't. And the thing is, some fans, you gotta be careful because they shouldn't. If you have like family members on there, you don't want them adding your family members and saying, oh, well, I know your daughter, I know your sister because she was in this show and I'm honored. It's like, they want to.
That's what's happened. That is what's happened. I had a fan send me a video of his you-know-what.
See, this is one thing that drives me nuts about this fandom.
That happens to Raja all the time. This was so mortifying.
Yeah, it's like I appreciate being a fan.
People?
Yep.
I appreciate you being a fan, but come on, I don't want to see that stuff. Come on. What's wrong with you?
If I wanted to, I would have watched 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay,
yeah, I mean, hey, that's what the internet's for. Sorry, I should not have told you guys. Okay. You guys don't want to know that.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. We know this stuff. A lot of people. The thing is, when I try to get in contact with you, and I look at and then on your wall, somebody will just post the most random and tag you in it, and I'm like.
Well, I have started going on it because I don't. You guys, I mean, I'm kind of bad because I'm just overwhelmed with my mustard, and then with this thing that we just shot, and then I'm trying to get my body ready, physically ready for this film. And just I have 9 animals, and my husband is gone for 2 months, so I'm literally taking care of all of them by myself.
Right.
I have 2 of them here. They're sleeping.
Oh. And Matt just said that Facebook friends page usually has limits to how many friends you can have, and fan pages actually Facebook fan pages can actually have unlimited ability for more people.
Well, they're not actually unlimited because I tried to friend Allison, or was it like Nikki? I think Nikia's is so full you can only follow her or something. Like,
that's her personal Facebook page, I think.
Oh, really?
She has a fan page. Because usually, if you get up to you could get up to 1,000 likes on your page. Like we have on LR4, we have up to 400, and it doesn't have any limit. You can get as many as you want. So that's how it works. And if
maybe I'll try to create one. Lauren has offered to help me, but she has her hands full.
Okay.
Well, just I don't want to.
Okay. Well, just talk to her. I know Lauren. She's known as the Pink Spandex or something like that. The Pink. She's with Aaron Cahill, and she also does. I know her. So she's such a sweetheart. But she's working. I mean, she's on the other part of the planet at the moment. She was deployed, but yeah, I know.
Well, guys, I just want to thank you for even wanting to talk to me and for your time today. I've had so much fun talking to you, and I'm sorry, Mommy.
It's okay. It's okay.
In the car waiting.
It was a very honor to have you. And very quick, I wanted to do this.
My honor.
Yeah. Sorry. I wanted to do this quick thing for you. Got my growlphone here.
Oh boy.
A little morph for you. Yep.
Do it.
Running. Do it. Wild access.
Awesome.
Allison, thank you for being here with us. Guys, thanks for watching.
So good
see you guys Sunday.
Both of you.
Oh, it was great. And we'll see you Sunday, guys, on our episode. And have a good night. May the power protect you, and stay more phenomenal.
See you guys soon.